Right, so starting the new vlog here, and basically plan is to now go and find the first gym in Chiang Mai. So I've been told by the owner that there's one pretty close by, so I'm not too fussed on finding the most insane gym around today. I just want a bit of variation. So since there's one across the road, and obviously I've just arrived on a sleeper train, etc., it's nice not to have to trek ages. Don't get me wrong, I'm really looking forward to getting a ped and just going and finding some crazy spots, but yeah, for today, this will do absolutely just fine. Obviously, if I get there and it's just, for example, dumbbells, no Smith machine, who knows, calisthenics, obviously we'll go find somewhere else, but from what I've heard, it seems fine. So, coffee's just brewed, or I don't even know what you want to say, come through the machine, ready to go. Gonna chug some water, I've got a Gatorade, and yeah, should be good. To be honest, I had my last bit of yesterday's calories today, because I fell asleep pretty early for that train and then woke up really early. So have got a bit more sort of carbs in my system than usual, which should be good for a pump. So yeah, I'm gonna choose an outfit now and get walking to the gym. Check out these blinds, like this is some James Bond shit. Probably gonna like speed up this video, but yeah, check this out. One sec. All right, one last thing I want to show you before the gym is the lovely hosts brought this round. Absolutely lovely basket of fruit. It is so nice, it looks fake, but yeah, just goes to show when you get a nice host and someone that actually cares about the place, it makes so much of a difference. Right, so I'm just showing you, stepping outside the front door, look at my view. It's literally a fucking aeroplane parked outside. This is so sick. Right, that better not fall off. So I've just been to 7-Eleven. I should have showed you what I got, to be fair, but just a ham and cheese toasty. I think it's got about 10 grams of protein and about I think about 300 calories. Obviously I'm tracking it all, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. Quite a high calorie snack, but the time right now is about 6 PM. So I just fancy something, and I've had a crazy weight drop, which I'm not trying to just reverse that weight drop, but yeah, I'm fine with having a treat. So then I'm also gonna have this for the pre-workout pump, and also the goated red roll. So yeah, got one more thought to go and then we'll make it to the gym. Right, let's get this workout going. Didn't actually plan on doing legs today, but coming here and the gym's really nice and air conditioned, and I just have not trained legs in so long. Partially because I just wanted to take a little rest from training legs, basically, purely because I've been pushing it so hard the last few months, and now I'm dieting. I can kind of slow down the volume a little bit as long as the intensity is the same. So this gym's air conditioned, so ready to go, and then coming and looking around, all the leg equipment was free, so yeah, why not go for it? So I'm now setting up on a leg extension. This is a hammer strength machine. Actually is looking really nice. Like, you can adjust the back support, you can adjust the pad that goes on your ankles, etc. So it looks perfect. So because I haven't done legs in a while, I'm going to do quite a lot of warm-up sets. I don't actually know if I'm going to do any leg press today. I might just stick with just loads of like leg extension accessories, maybe like 4 or 5 sets, maybe 2 or 3 sets of hamstring curls, and then probably a bit of calves as well. So I think that should work perfectly. And then depending on how burnt out I am, I might even do a little bit of something else, like maybe some abs, or maybe even some forearms or front delts. We'll see. But yeah, let's just start warming up. I won't film the warm-ups, but I'll get ready for the first set of leg extensions. Right, so first proper set, I've done 3 or 4 warm-up sets, just going up in about 5 reps, so got my knee spot on as well. Knee's just not feeling good still, even after all that rest. So definitely gonna have to do something about that. But today I just need to train legs. All right, let's see how we're feeling. Burns fucking crazy on that. These DOMs are going to be absolutely insane. It's really difficult because I'm doing that like as physically pretty much slow as possible. But oh man, right now it's just not in a good place at all. I think I might need to go to some proper physio for this, or at least email my physio back in the UK, because I'm going to be here for months, so I don't want to not be able to train legs during that time. Obviously I've already taken weeks off, taken all my supplements. I'm not in like a crazy deficit by any means. The only thing which I think could be letting me down is not having enough fats in my diet. But so you just see me then, I had that chocolate Nutella thing, and yeah, I feel like there's more stuff. Like I had that brownie as well, so it's not like I'm just keto, or not keto, it's not like I'm just purely on carbs and protein. But yeah, that was good. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I think going up in one adjustment is not going to make that much of an impact on the stress on my knee, but it will bring the reps down to like around 15, which I would rather be at. Like jumping into legs after 2 weeks and, you know, hitting failure on 20 reps is brutal. So yeah, let's go up a little bit, probably about another minute rest, and then we'll throw that around. All right, set number 2. Put the weight up on this one, so should be good. Intense, but that's what we want. Yeah, that's a good weight. Fucking hell, man, this knee is no joke. Yeah, we'll do another one on that set. That was good. I might record one more, but I'm planning to do 5 sets. So obviously, whatever clip you see next, I'll probably discuss the plan. But yeah, right, last set. So I'm gonna last set I'm gonna record, but same weight. 15 reps is the goal again, just try and get it smooth and controlled. Nothing else to say, but 2 more sets for me and then hamstring curls. Just finished my 5th set of leg extensions. So first set was 15, I think actually, let me check. So first set I did 20 reps on a lighter weight, but still that set was like to failure. Then I went up in weight, got 15,
then got 15 again, then got 20, I think, as I was kind of getting my confidence up and getting used to the actual machine. And then final set was going for 25, but just hit 20 again. So yeah, 5 really good working sets. So I'm now going to move on to hamstring curls, but I'm just taking a bit of rest in between here because this hamstring curl is laying down, which I don't particularly like at all, but once in a while it's not an issue. But I do find that I get a bit of lower back pain, even though I'm trying to not engage my glutes and my lower back, still does happen a little bit. So just kind of being cautious of that. But in the meantime, what am I even saying here? Completely lost track of thought. Oh yeah, in the meantime, I'm basically just taking like probably 4 or 5 minutes in between those 2 sets, just because I'm feeling like just a tiny bit nauseous. I think it's just because obviously haven't trained legs in so long, and you know, your body is pushed to the limit, or at least it should be. So if you're not doing that regularly, it's going to be a bit of a shock. Obviously upper body training's different gravy, you know, still crazy fucking intensity, but to oxygenate your quads, huge muscles, you know. So yeah, already just from kind of chilling now a couple minutes, I feel way better. I've drunk about half the Red Bull. I did have a coffee right before I came, so probably sitting about only 120 milligrams of caffeine, which is not a lot at all. But I'm making sure I've had about half of this, so that's probably 2 litres or something, 1.5 litres, probably about 700 ml of water. And then I've also got a Gatorade here, which is going to be electrolyte. So unfortunately this one does have calories, which is a bit annoying because I think they taste just fine without, so it's not really worth it to me. If you're bulking, then obviously throughout the session you want to be having more carbohydrates and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, for legs, definitely make an exception. So yeah, I'm gonna again not film the warm-ups, but I'll do a few sets and then jump back in for the first working set. Right, so I've just been warming up, decided to warm up single leg, and actually single leg feels great. So I'm gonna start on my right leg, because even when I'm controlling the weight down, it's still putting a bit of tension like around my knee joint. So I'll definitely be weaker on the right leg, and obviously I don't want to overdo it. So right leg first, whatever reps I hit failure at, I'll then go and do the same on the left leg. With these, I do really like to do partial reps. So you'll see here, you know, if I say I'll go for 15 reps, I'll probably reach full concentric failure around maybe 10, and then the rest will be, like I said, partial half reps, still getting a really good stretch. So definitely recommend you guys try that if you've been training more for probably 2 or 3 years. Okay, right leg first, wrong one. Alright, that was 10, but including partials. One more. Oh, right. Feedback. So I'm getting not many reps at all, which usually would indicate that the weight's too heavy and put a lot of tension through my joints, but actually I'm not feeling a lot of negative movement at all, which is obviously really good. So I'm going to do one more on that set again, and if I can manage to get the first kind of 7 or 8 reps clean, I think I'll keep it there. But after that one, I would imagine I'd probably then drop it due to fatigue. So I'd hope to do at least 4 sets of each leg on this. Right then, people, so I'm now moving on to what I'd imagine will be the last exercise. So I'm going to try a few sets on this leg press here. I don't want to do any pendulum squat or hack squat or anything where it's like my whole body weight kind of driven into that one position, whereas in my head this leg press I've just got a bit more control over because it is horizontal. I just feel that it will be a bit more effective for growing my legs without pain. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, if I'm getting aches and pains in my knees, then we'll leave it. I have put on another knee support, so kind of doubling up now. But I think if it doesn't aggravate it, it probably is wise to try and strengthen it rather than just, you know, taking more time off because I don't really have any other ideas what to do. Like I said, I need to message my physiotherapist. But anyway, let's start warming up. So I plan to only do like a couple sets on this one of good, you know, working weights. So what I'll do is I'll put the weight on, do about 5 reps, put the weight up, do about 5 reps, and just kind of scale out from there and see how we get on. This machine is a bit different to a leg press because you actually have to manually adjust the seat. So obviously it'd be comfortable for me to get into position here, but then when I press, the machine's going to stop there. So I need to be pretty much physically as close as possible while being able to get my legs in position. I have got quite long legs, so let's do... Stacks are pretty heavy in this gym, to be fair, which is cool. Actually, I think I'm going to take my shoes off this one, just so I've got like full balance and stuff. Yeah, feels good. So my feet are quite low, which means my knees are coming quite high, so it's quite quad biased. But also I'm getting good range of motion, so still feeling the hamstrings as well. Right, up a bit more. So we're about half the stack now. Let's go for another 5. Also, I've done 10 sets of legs already, so I'm getting tired. Alright, let's go proper set. So obviously that's not really difficult, but it's also not really easy, so I'm going to be a little bit pre-fatigued rolling into this set, but I'm not trying to set any PBs. I'm just trying to finish off the leg DOMs and get a good pump in. So let's do, yeah, 3/4 down a stack, got about 150 kilos on here. Let's see what we can get. I'm not wearing proper knee sleeves because that just makes it too easy, so I'll end up using more weight. Right, I think I did do calves yesterday, but I just don't think I'm training them hard enough because, like I said, I had like 10 to 14 days off legs, so they should be aching. So I reckon maybe 2 sets of calves and then we'll call it a day. We'll see. Yeah, so that set was okay, but mainly it's giving me a headache. Not actually that much knee ache, but a little bit. And then on my ankles as well, I think because the position of the pad. So in hindsight, maybe it would be better for me to wear my shocks, because the kind of angle of the shoe there is actually kind of pointed down, so probably put my ankles in a better position. I wouldn't be pressing with loads of air bubbles, but these are actually pretty solid, believe it or not, so they do feel quite good. In fact, they did become like my hack squat shoes, which I've hit my highest numbers in, so yeah. But what I was going to say is probably 2 sets of calves. One, because I want to get in the habit of training them like really frequently, but 2, just so I can familiarise myself with the weights, and that way in the future when I want to do calves it's like less of a mental block, because I already know like roughly where I'm at. So for me, when I don't have a calf machine, usually it'll be leg press or a plate loaded leg press, and if not, maybe a Smith machine. But I've been doing Smith machine quite a bit recently, so trying to try something different. But let's go for this. So I've dropped it to half a stack just because I do want to be able to work my calves and not just my ankles. So let's get some good song on for this last set and then just pump it out. Definitely going to be going for more of those 15 to 20 reps on this one. It is annoying when I lose my leg pump and do calves at the end for the pose down, but it is what it is. For this one, because I'm doing calves, I can actually go further back to set it up, because I don't need to go all the way down, if that makes sense. God, that feels good already. Five more. Right, one more. Won't record this one because it'll be the same, but I love a leg day where you've got an arm pump. Honestly, I think that's genuinely like the carbs, because like I said, I had that chicken and rice earlier, and the brownie, and ham and cheese toasty, and chocolate custard pancake feel thing. So just from like holding onto those hamstring curls and fucking gripping the leg press handles, we're good. But yeah, need to find a pose down location because this gym's pretty small, so I don't know if it'll be respectful to do it over there. Yeah, bear with me, I'll see you guys for the pose down. One more set of calves for me. Right, not ideal at all for the pose down, but just real quick, see how we're looking. As I said, been a very long period of time since I did any legs training, so I'm just taking it not slow, but I'm not doing, I mean, I did 12 sets, it's still a lot, but perhaps next week I will add a few more like quad accessories into that, maybe finish with some single leg stuff or try some of the plate loaded, depending on how my knee feels. But yeah, overall good session. We'll check the upper body pump as well, because it's always fun. Yeah, I can definitely tell this week pounds are dropping. This is much more like it. This is what I want to be seeing. Solid ab insertions, good lines here, obliques as well. As I said, just from literally having those pre-workout carbs. Some of them were, I guess you would say, I think it's complex carbs, which I had earlier, and then the simple carbs are like fast digesting, and that's why I had like the chocolate and well, obviously that's fats as well, but basically yeah, I had that pastry thing sort of before. yeah, let's have a look at the leg pump quickly. Not too much to see, as I said, it's been a little bit of time now, but next leg day I might pose down and then do calves at the end. But yeah, mainly just from a leanness perspective, body fat level, feeling good. Not good at my leg posing at all, I need to practice that, to be fair. But yeah, that'll pretty much do, guys. So, hope you enjoyed that video. It was a good one for me. And yeah, this gym is a good one, so many more videos to come, I'd imagine. Still got 2 day passes here, probably make use of those, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, the only way is up.